everybody, welcome back to FlowForge. In this playlist, we try to create a production-ready application, and we check together today page, habit page, and today we will discuss about stat page. A stat page does not have any fancy animation, any fancy curve, or any dedicated UI challenge. But this page has a very important logic part. In production applications, there are pages that logic is more heavier than the UI or user interface or user experience or anything. And also user experience have the logic part too. For example, if you have a great design, great user interface that cannot work and have no logic, especially it has no user experience and user cannot use that. But if you have a simpler UI with a great logic, user can interact with that and work with that and use that. So it is more practical to use state managements and handle infos and stats the applications too. And let's start this page. First we have the stack, the app ambient background, like other pages that we had discussed before, and we have a block builder. What is block? We used Flutter block for this project. We have stats block with different folder, and especially we used the freeze package to simplify and improve development speed. In this page we have just one event load habits or load requests or anything. You can dedicate a special name for that. And for each event we have a dedicated method on the block. For example, we have one method here on load, and we try to load all habits. Here we try to load from the cache, but in a real production app you should load it from GET requests and APIs that backend allows you to use them. We have habits here. We have the rate. We calculated rate of weekly that we completed the habits, and then days we completed the habits, and the count of the habits. So we have a list of habits or streaks, and the best streak days count, and best streak days count divide by 7. Okay, that we have the time here. You from today to 7 days ago, we try to calculate weekly success rate for our habits. Also, we have current streaks, current habits, and best streaks, best habits we had completed before. In stats state, we have different variables. For example, list of habit streak stats, streak, integer active habits, integer longest streak, and double weekly rate, and status, initial loading ready failure. It can be useful for connect API connection, but it have no it had no proper usage on the cache side. And finally we have error message, that it can very helpful for inner errors, for platform errors, and also for API errors. We can show, for example, error in a dialog or anything else. After we added all streaks to the list, we try to sort them, and finally we should emit them. After you emit and a state variable, you can use it on the UI, and it will be updated on the UI. UI will be rebuilt on a special part that you had block builder or block selector. For example, all this page has block builder with context that read load event. It is a simple example of calling an event for our usage. Stats event.load request. And finally, sliver app page header. And sliver field remaining empty state, or in this situation, list of streaks. Also we have a stat tile, these three that we can see here. It has label, value, suffix, and color. It is very simple container with padding, with decoration. It is rounded with special border radius that we defined in app theme before, and special box shadow and other stuff of a container style. With a simple column, count of text, and a text. What is a count of text? A count of text is animating a number when you enter this page, and it can feels more great for your users. Okay. After that, we can. I got confused. Yes, we were in stat type. We had three stat tile here with spacing of app spacing dot large, and finally we have a sliver padding, a sliver to box adapter, text, title large, or for these streaks, and a sliver list that's separated. A very great list view. It can handle paginations and long lists too. I recommend a sliver list where you need a great list, a great refresh, especially a sliver list that builder or a sliver list that's separated. Separated is equal to builder with a separator builder that you can have a size box between items. And with a repaint boundary you can handle heavy widgets. It's just a simple example here that I want to describe this widget to you. The repaint boundary, it is useful when you have a heavy widget and you want to stop rebuilding it too much. But using repaint boundary in every situation is not recommended. Try not to use that for your usage. But if you are forced to and you have no other option, it can be helpful too. Finally, we have a strict card for each card of habits with title, with current, color index, and best label. It has a simple container with border, padding, radius, and shadow. Also, it have plus on image that shows how many days we had completed this habit before. For best one day, we have one here. Simple circle avatar and the text style. And the size box and an expanded for the column of title and the best days stats. Also, finally, we have a fire department rounded icon that attracts user interaction, and it can be fun. Or maybe you have another icon, or you have a SVG picture.asset, or you have a SVG picture.network, or any other stuff that can be the final part of your card. And it's very regular, and you should know that, and you should work with icons, SVG pictures, and other stuff that are available in Flutter. Its stats page is completed, so we don't have any other issue for this page. Can you see that when we in configure theme, configure architecture, configure other parts of the app at the first time, development is very easy and it will be very fast. You just need to add blocks, you need to add widgets, and just use that. Also, you shouldn't be worried about the space, about what is the how, about the radius, and about the styles. You just will use that what app spacing, app styles, and app radius, and other files that we already have in theme folder. In a core part and in theme folder we have radius, we have colors, we have shadows, we have spacing, and finally we have theme that included text style we had configured in the app, and the theme data for light and theme data for dark. You can see the light view too. That's very great. And handling these theme files was more heavier than implementing this stats page. But you should pay this cost at the first part, not each page you want to develop, to reduce your time consuming, to avoid time consuming project tasks and be more dedicated to task with a faster result. Also in this version we try to change the avatars and characters to make more attractive result for users. Also we changed the app icon. So everything finished. Thank you for watching, and please support us to continue learn other pages and also other applications. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and put any comment or any idea that you have for us to create your idea and a better video. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.